season is officially underway, and this morning we're getting expert tips to help you prepare for filing. Here with me now is Nathan Goldman, an accounting professor at NC State. Good morning to you, Professor Goldman.
Good morning.
All right, let's start with step one, gathering all of your documents. We do it every year. What information should taxpayers have ready before they sit down to file their returns?
Yeah, so you should really have any tax document that's sent to you. And I think the most obvious one would be like a W-2 that you get from your employer that you have for your income. But this could also be like other documents that suggest what your income is. It could be like a W-2G from a gambling income or 1099s that you get from certain employers or certain payments. You also want any documents that are going to demonstrate your allowable deductions, whether that's that mortgage interest deduction or deduction for state and local taxes paid. But probably the most important document that you need to have is last year's tax return. A lot of times this provides that roadmap to what you need to be thinking about for your deductions for this current year.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the IRS is launching a direct file tool to help make the process easier, which is available, I believe, in 25 states. Tell us who's available or eligible to use this feature and how will it work?
Yeah, so the nice thing is this is now available in North Carolina. So last year it was available to 12 states. It's expanded to 25, and they include North Carolina in that. Now, when you think about this new digital tax prep program, this direct file program that they have, be thinking like TurboTax, essentially, a free version of TurboTax that's available to taxpayers who make under $125,000 if you're single, $250,000 if you're married filing jointly. A couple things with this, though, that's kind of unique is that you can't file an itemized deduction. So if you are filing this and you have significant medical bills, or if you take those miscellaneous itemized deductions, you probably be better off just going with the other tax prep programs because those will allow you to get the itemized deductions. It is available in English and Spanish, and there's a lot of support. So the IRS is offering a lot of free support to help taxpayers navigate their tax filing with the direct file tool.
Wow, that is a deal if you do qualify, because that save you a lot of money. You know, some of these services are not cheap. All right, well, are there any major changes to this year's filing process?
Yeah, so this year probably had relatively fewer changes than what we've maybe had in prior years. A couple examples of ones that do stand out. If you are receiving $5,000 or more through some of those cash mobile apps like a Venmo or a Cash App, you are going to start getting a 1099K this year. Previously, that boundary was much higher. So you might have been accepting payments through these apps and not getting one in prior years, you might get one this year. Another example of one that you might want to look out for is if you bought an electric vehicle. So electric vehicles have been very popular this year, and there's now a Form 15400, which the seller of the vehicle will issue to you to acknowledge that you bought a qualifying electric vehicle. And especially if you're someone that bought one, you should be out on the lookout so that way you can get all the tax benefits from that.
That's awesome. Professor Nathan Goldman, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your information.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. The tax filing period runs now through April the 15th. The direct file program is now open on the IRS website. If you'd like some assistance, the agency also has